everyone, I'm April Fitzpatrick, visual artist, art therapist, and founder of Pineapples with Purpose. I will be your host for tonight's virtual First Friday. And first up, we have Alfred Martinez, airbrush artist with AFM Art.
The medium's airbrush. It's just black paint, and it's like airbrush is a little mini spray gun, and pretty much that's it. You know, it's like drawing up with pencils, but you're spraying it. And being it's paint, you get a lot better contrast. You get like pure blacks, and then you leave things white, and you can get that real great contrast. I started drawing when I was a kid in high school, and I just did a couple of drawings a year. And then now that I'm retired and I moved to Tallahassee just to fill up the time, I just started drawing more. And I was doing pencil drawings, but that took too long to do, pencils, and tried the airbrushing, and it's a lot faster and it comes out a lot better. So, I used to work on cars. I airbrushed some cars, did some flames, stuff like that. But I fell in love with it. After I did the first picture, I was hooked. Now I'm on my, the one I'm working now is my 89th painting. You start off with a sketch, get just the basic outlines, and then you just kind of fill it in. Start with the real darks and just keep working around it and working around. And it's funny is it doesn't look really good until the last 3%, and then it pops. But most of the time you're like, this is coming out terrible. And then the last minute, it's like, oh yeah, all right, it came out all right. Portraits take me 15 to 20 hours. I mean, like the rhino I did in there, that took me over 100 hours. Like doing animals, different types of hair. Every animal has a different type of hair, and it's a totally different technique. And you figure it out on the fly. You do a lot of erasing, a lot of it's spraying, and then taking sharpened erasers. So you actually drawing almost white. You just put black down, and then with the eraser you put the white marks in, and then you go back and shade it in and you go back and forth, and eventually, hopefully, it comes out the way you want. I just do it because it's fun.
Next up, we have Frankie Hernandez with 1980 Apparel.
We specialize in t-shirts and apparel. We do that by using vinyl. We do also screen printing and offer screen printing services. As other offerings that we have here, we do laser engraving and personalization of items. Art has been part of my life. I have always loved art. To be very specific, I started when I was 11. I started experimenting with leather, and then I moved on to painting, and after that I moved on to wood carving. The process of a screen printing process, after you create your art, you create what you call a negative film. And you divide that film in different colors. So you have a film for each color. So you have to burn one screen for each color. Once you burn your screens and you set them up in the machine in the order and light them up, you start applying the plastisol, that is the ink that we use, on the garment. And you dry them up, and you move to the second color, and you go on until you finish the application of all the colors. At the end of the process, you dry the garment, and you have your shirt that is gonna be ready to use, and it's gonna get compliments from everyone for many years to come. That's what we try to work for. Mental health is a very important part of our life. My wife had the opportunity and works in the mental health field as a music therapy here in the community. I had the opportunity to also work on the mental health field for a few years. We created our mental health line because we want to increase awareness of mental health to help decrease the stigma of mental health. I think that is decrease the stigma of mental health is something that we all need, as we are all familiar with friends and family, or even ourselves in some cases that need to take care of our mental health.
And last, but certainly not least, Rag Picker Allen with his unique musical jams.
A song I wrote a number of years ago. The song's called Stand Tall. Spend my life, I needed a lover, bring some happiness deep down inside. Needed another, bring me a little joy, bring me out of the darkness and into the light. Gotta stand tall for the fire falls, you gotta stand bold for it all. Hey, you gotta stand tall. Hey, you gotta stand tall. I'm trying to find a little bit of solace down on deep in a bottle, loved in pain. Woke up in the morning in a different girl's bed that left a sour taste, if you know what I mean. Gotta stand tall for the fire falls, you gotta stand bold for it all. Well, you gotta stand tall. Hey, you gotta stand tall. Still don't know what I'm looking for, but I know damn sure somewhere there, God only knows just where I've been, and it counts on it's true, 'cause I don't care. Gotta stand tall for the fire falls, you gotta stand bold for it all. But hey, you gotta stand tall. Hey, you gotta stand tall. For those of you wondering what in the world this is in my hand, this is an old cigar box that's been turned into a guitar. That's a drip pan off an oven, a spatula holding down the strings, and a fork and spoon to remind you that being a starving musician is not a joke, it's a harsh reality for most of us. It's another original tune. The song's called Baptized in Dirty Water. Yeah, I walk through the valley of death, so I'll say I feel none. Raise a hallelujah, and I'm still chastised from the place where I was baptized. Well, I was baptized in the dirty water. By the backwards preaching, Father, I wanna get to heaven, gotta raise a little. Ruling sinner and saint as well. Every outcast been on tamed, everything we've done. Yeah, God's been. So I say, don't cast the first stone. Another blind the price, my view was your own. Raise a hallelujah in the front row pew, and damn the rest while you ignore your truth. I was baptized in the territory wild. I am backwards preaching, Father, I'm gonna get to heaven, gotta raise a little. Everyone's a sinner and a saint as well. Every outcast has been ordained. Everything we've done, the price has been paid. Well, I was baptized in the dirty water. By backwards preaching, Father, wanna get to heaven, gotta raise a little hell. Heaven was a sinner and a saint as well. And every outcast who's been ordained. Everything we had, our price has been the same. Hey.
Thank you so much for joining me this month, and we'll see you next time.